bells and whistles at an absolutely phenomenal price. In fact, let me take you to the price, and then we're going to get right to it, because there's so much I want to ask our wonderful guest about what makes this the perfect computer for us, whether we're working from home, going to school from home, maybe starting our own business from home, like all kinds of things. Maybe just want to do some gaming, watch some videos, look at some photos. So we are really going to talk a lot about that. But first, let me talk about this price and what your options are. So first thing you need to decide, there's going to be two things I'm going to ask from you. Let us know, do you want it with, just as is, the laptop, the HP 17-inch laptop Intel i5 with 8GB RAM, just like that? Or would you like it, that would be without Microsoft, or do you want it with Microsoft 365? That's going to be the difference on your screen. So without the Microsoft 365, in fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that value, because it really is an extraordinary offer tonight. So without the Microsoft 365, if sold separately, this would be over $1,000, $1,088. We're doing it for under $700 and 3 easy payments of $233. If you do want the Microsoft 365, now that's actually personally what I would recommend, but of course we like to give you options. If sold separately, that would be $1,158. We're doing it for $749, 3 easy payments of $249.99. Now you might be wondering where we get these if purchased separately. It's all right here for you. With all shows, especially computer shows where specs really matter, we try and be as absolutely transparent as possible. So let's take a look. Just the software and accessories that you're going to get with this pack up would equal over $400. So you're getting all kinds of great things with that. But just so you know, just the laptop alone without that Microsoft 365 is $679. So you're getting a really, really good deal. With shipping to you for free, that's going to save you another $20. This is the only place where you get the easy pay. And if you do want to use your Q card, that's QVC's credit card, well, then you don't even have to do the 3 easy payments. You can actually get 5 easy payments. So back to those choices. Do you want it with the 365, or do you want it without the 365? That's choice 1. Choice 2 is just going to be the color. Which color makes you happiest? And we have 3 color choices for you. So we have our silver right here, always popular, classic, right? Then next to that, we have that rose gold, which is lovely. And then we have a very slick looking one that is called black oil slick, and you can see it kind of, as you move it, it does kind of have this like oil slick look that's really, really cool. Okay, but let's get down to why this computer on QVC, and I want to say hello to our good friend Alex Elberhantes, who is joining us, I believe, from Florida tonight. Hi Alex, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
But it's nice to see your face. So, you know, Alex, one of the things about me is I never pretend to be a computer expert, because I'm not. I'm just a customer. I'm just someone who uses a computer at home. My kids have to use a computer. So you as the expert, let's just start right at the top. Why HP?
So we have been around for 81 years, making great quality products that you probably are already familiar with. It's a brand you know and trust. And when you're purchasing something like a computer that is really a considered purchase, you want to make sure that you have a name that you know that you can trust, because at the end of the day, you're spending your hard-earned money on technology that you want to be reliable, and you want to be able to count on the company that you purchased that with. So that's why HP has been around for as long as we have, and why we're #1 in so many different categories when it comes to computers.
So HP, that's the why HP. HP, of course, has a bunch of different computers. What I love about getting a computer on QVC is that if I go into a store, right, well, obviously going into stores now, right, Alex, that's a whole other thing. But months ago, if I went into one of the big box stores, I would stand there and be like, I really don't know. So this at QVC, we give you a very carefully curated, what we consider to be the best of the best in terms of value and what most people are looking for. That is this computer. Talk to me a little bit about this idea. What do you mean by Intel processor?
All right, so I'm going to walk you through the specs, and I'm going to open up my PowerPoint, which we're going to talk about because it comes part of Microsoft 365. So I am so excited because this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to present a 10th generation Core i5 processor from Intel. What that means, it means you're getting cutting edge technology. It is the latest and greatest. And what is the processor? Well, it's the brain or the engine behind your computer. So you want to know if you're Brainer Engine is going to be a good one, and this is extra good. This is so exciting, and I've had an opportunity to use this computer for a couple of weeks now, and I am just been blown away by the speed, by the responsiveness, and by the performance, and that's what you're going to get with the Intel 10th generation Core i5 processor. And what does 10th generation really mean for you? Well, it means that you're going to be able to stream your 4K videos, because we're all watching more and more 4K footage, more and more 4K shows, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, right? Or even on YouTube, you can stream 4K footage. So this computer is going to allow you to do that, and so much more. So when you're purchasing a computer, you want to get cutting edge technology, because you're going to want it probably to last you for many years to come. And that's why it makes so much sense to get a 10th generation Core i5 processor from Intel.
Okay, so I definitely want to get to the whole, like, what's the 8 gigabytes mean to me, of the RAM, but really quickly, I'm hearing from my producer, Erica, already a lot of people are jumping on, most people in fact, are jumping on the version with Microsoft 365. So for anyone sitting at home who maybe is new to this whole idea, just knows they need a great computer, we're doing it with and without. Is there anything that you can tell me about why I would get the Microsoft 365 option?
Oh, absolutely. So I really think Microsoft 365 is a must. And by the way, Microsoft 365 is Office 365. You might recognize Office 365, and you might be wondering, oh, what is Microsoft 365? Well, Microsoft has transitioned Office into Microsoft 365 because they've added so many more features and functionality that it's grown from just being Office. So what does that mean for you? It gives you the programs such as Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, OneDrive. And I'm going to walk you through those programs here shortly, because we've got some time to really dive in deep, so you know. But one of my favorite things about Microsoft 365 is that you get a terabyte of storage in the cloud. That's a lot of storage. But why do you want to keep things in the cloud? Is it's a secure place you can always go to. So let's say, for example, I created a Word document here on my computer, right? Well, I can access it here on my computer, but if I were to put it in the cloud with OneDrive and just save it there, I can pull it up on my smartphone. I can pull it up on my tablet if I had internet. I can pull it up on another computer. So think about that. I like to say it's like a safety deposit box, perhaps at the bank. Well, you can store all of your files securely in the cloud. So let's say, heaven forbid, anything were to ever happen to your laptop, all the information that you stored in the cloud will always be there, and it'll always be accessible to you.
Fantastic. You know, Alex, I was thinking about this. You know, we present computers really throughout the year, and we tend to present a lot of them, even like this month generally, because people start thinking about going back to school, kids are going back to college. But I think this year, more than any year in recent memory, if not ever, since we've been presenting computers, there is now a need more than ever before for us to be ready to go at home. Whether we're talking about, like, I have 2 kids who need to be going to school at least half time. We think, of course, right now it's a little up in the air in our school district, but we think at least half time my kids are going to be doing school at home at the beginning of the year. In other districts, maybe it's all virtual. Maybe as you're a parent, you've decided to go all virtual. Whichever it is, Alex, we're all doing so much more on our computers at home. And I ran into this back in the spring when all of this started to go down, where all of a sudden I had a kid who had her own computer, but then I had a younger child who didn't. I had one computer. I had to be on, Zoom calls for work. Now more than ever, we need a computer that's going to serve us and be flexible in ways like never before. So let's talk about, really quickly, if you're just joining us, what your choices are. 2 choices. Do you want this computer, and it's the touch screen, which is so cool. Do you want this with the 365 or without, the Microsoft 365 or without? Here are your softwares and accessories that will come with either one that you choose. It is a package that has a total of over $408. Now, in this 17-inch, and I also want to talk about why this is such a great size, put a pin in that for a second. Without the Microsoft 365, if sold separately, it would be $1,088. With, it would be $1,158. Take a look at what we're doing it for. We are saving you hundreds of dollars. You're getting it home for 3 easy payments of either $233, or if you want that Microsoft 365, 3 easy payments of $249.99. And break it down even further if you want. If you want to use that Q card, which is our QVC, like our department store credit card, if you're new to QVC, then not only can you get 12 months financing, same as cash, that's an option. You can also get more easy pay if you just want to do easy pay. Shipping is free. That's going to save you another $20. Just use your credit card, whatever you want to do. You can get that home with free shipping. Just pick your color: silver, rose gold, or that really sleek black, which we are calling oil slick black. Alex, there are lots of different sizes with laptops. Now, I know I'm going super basic with my questions here, but guess what? I'm asking you questions on things that like I would want to know at home. So this idea of a 17-inch, to me, this feels just right for doing everything I need to do at home right now, and not so big that if I'm gonna, travel at some point, it's cumbersome. But this is a really good sitting on the kitchen table, which just became my new office size.
Oh, you're right. It's so great. And I love that you asked these questions, because the majority of us have these questions, and more now than ever, we are dependent on technology, as you mentioned, and we've really realized how important it is to have a great computer that's reliable, that's going to get the job done. And with 17 inches, when you see it, it's such a great size, because we're doing more and more than ever, like multitasking. So wouldn't it be great if I can do multiple things at once? So I'm gonna snap this app over here. This is the web browser, that's Edge. And then take a look. Maybe I wanna work over here, right? Or maybe shop on QVC.com. And at the same time, maybe I just wanna continue to browse a video here. So now with 17 inches, I have the ability to break this screen up and utilize it in different ways that I couldn't before. And by the way, aren't we consuming more and more videos now than ever because we're home? So isn't it great that you have a multimedia device with a beautiful HD plus display that you can now use so that you can stream all your favorite shows, and it could very well replace a television in the household as well.
All right, tell me about this. What do you mean by the 8 gigabytes of RAM? What is that going to do for us?
Well, that's a great question. So what RAM is, it's random access memory. And here's what it will allow you to do. So right now, I am playing a 4K video, I believe. It's either 4K or HD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to multitask, because that's what RAM really allows you to do. So right over here is my little launcher. I touch that. Look at all of the apps that I currently have opening. And I know it might be hard to see because I'm Skyping in, but this video is still playing. So this is what RAM allows you to do. It allows you to open up all these programs, continue to open up programs without really any kind of stutter or lag. And the RAM works hand in hand with the processor. So you could have a good amount of RAM, but a processor that's not that great. So the combination will kind of slow it down. With a 10th generation Core i5 processor, which again is the latest and greatest, and 8 gigabytes of RAM, it's going to work so harmoniously that you're going to be able to fly through programs with the greatest of ease and not have any real stutter or lag, perhaps like I'm doing now because I'm over the internet Skyping in.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the fact that it's touch screen, and I think that that's going to make it even easier for kids, like all those kids who maybe need to use this as a home computer while they're doing a lot of schoolwork. Just having a touch screen makes it so easy. I was laughing, Alex. I'm like, you can tell I'm a good shopper because my Valencia key bracelet, look, can you tell where I get all my stuff? But I'm on QVC.com right now, but you can see I love this idea of you just basically touch where you want to go. If you do want to use your keyboard, you totally can. But man, this makes shopping and doing everything else on the computer so much easier.
It is, and it's like the experience that you have on your smartphone or tablet. It's intuitive, it's quicker, and let me tell you, it's one of those things that I always say that once you get a touchscreen computer, you will never want to go back to a non-touchscreen computer. As a matter of fact, this happens to me quite frequently when I'm on air. Sometimes we present computers that are non-touch computers on QVC. I instinctually will go hit the start bar here, right? And I expect my apps to open, and I touch it. But when I'm on a non-touch computer, I instinctually touch it and I get frustrated because it's not touch. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the responsiveness, because we really perfected the art of touch at HP. And you can pinch and zoom on your photos. If I want to pinch in on Wally there, wearing my headphones, getting prepared for one of my QVC presentations. There he is. There's my new little man, Manchego. Look how nice it is to be able to just pinch and zoom and go through my photos and have that same type of experience
Wait.
again that I would on a smartphone or tablet.
Okay, wait. What's your dog's name?